There's a man of God in Ukraine. Some of you know him. What almost destroyed his ministry is these online things. I knew when he came to Nigeria, I was in that conference, 2000 and... It was a season that my ministry have shut down. So I was trying to resurrect back in prayer and everything. And so this man, Waloke brought him, I think Sunday Adelaja, yes. Waloke brought him to Abuja, to his church, to his branch church in Abuja. And we all went there because it was a meeting Waloke was having in his church. He brought Sunday Adelaja. Then there was a session from pastors. I remember the message he preached that day was, his topic was quit praying. I said, you guys, quit praying. So, but we just sat down. That was what he preached. Then they now introduced this business. And the guy was speaking how much they have made money, how much they have helped people. Some of these guys who are talking truth now, you don't know how they started. Some of you go and make stupid comment. You see, cannot anything about a Nigerian pastor, keep your mouth shut. You don't know. You don't know their root. When I see some of you making comment on Facebook, I say, look at, I feel like deleting you from Facebook. You don't know their root. If you're a wise person, keep your mouth shut. Whatever they say on Facebook or social media, don't respond. Because you don't know their root. Some of them, whatever they are doing now is just smoke screen. Some of them, I tell you what they have destroyed. In those days that we were shouting against what they are doing, they were attacking us. Especially Abel. What Abel has done, Abel Damina, what he did when he was with those guys. If God should catch him to do restitution, he will become poor. He have to pay people their money back. Those guys were terrible bandits. So when they are writing things, you share their... Some of you cannot even share our videos, but you share their videos. You are very good at sharing those videos. But our own videos, some of you, you go to make posts of what they have said, and the things they say are shallow compared to what we are saying here. I don't look at you and laugh. I say, look at strange children. You don't know their roots. You don't know how they started. So he came to that meeting. He was saying they should do business, introduce the business to Nigeria, how the business has wiped away poverty in Ukraine and all of that stuff. I look at it. It wasn't long. Few years later, the guy was, I think he was arrested even. People moved against him, the members. They lost all the money. The thing looked like cryptocurrency. It looked like that. Do you know how many people have committed suicide in Nigeria because of cryptocurrency? There was an undergraduate. He put all his school fees in it. And when the money did not come, the boy, a young boy, intelligent, wrote a letter to his parent, stood in his room and hung himself. So you are putting your money in something that is killing people's lives? Is that of God? I will drive you out of this church. Anybody, except I don't know you. If I don't know you, I'm going to pronounce a curse and it's going to locate you wherever you are. So you stop coming to this house. Anybody involved in those nonsense, leave the crowd of spirit before I ask you to leave. Because I'm sending the curse from tomorrow. A thing that is killing people's lives. You a Christian, you are involved in it. What God are you serving? What kind of Holy Spirit you have? It's a demon you have, not the Holy Spirit. I told you when Tasley came to Nigeria, Tianshi came to Nigeria, I put in, my mother can bear witness, I registered all of them. I was giving lectures on multi-level marketing, and the Holy Spirit said to me, walk out of this. It's of the Antichrist. Walk out of it. It's not my stream of income. And the Lord said to me, so long as you keep pursuing, you'll be poor. I have called into ministry. If you pursue my work, you will have much more. And the word has come to pass. Much more. I have much more. The guys who were there now, who were my colleague, they are all poor. Some of them have gone back to the village. When you see anybody such thing promote, it's a scam. They will just gather all the money and put in the person's account, and he will start rejoicing to make other mugus enroll. It is like betting. If you look at betting, what's the technology? Okay, to introduce betting to Kenya, they will say Kenya is 4 million, 40 million people, 42 million. Let's give only 1,000 millions. Not even up to 1,000. They could say, let's give only 10 people. So they will make 10 people win millions of shillings. And they will advertise it the whole world. Then you get up and go and put your little money in it because you are greedy, you are blind, you are stupid. I have told you before, hear from God about what he wants you to do and go and do it. It could be selling of clothes. A woman fried akara in Nigeria. Akara is bean cake. She fried akara only and trained her children. Some of them became judges. Why is your own not working? You put your hands in things that put you under blood pressure. There was a woman who joined the crowd of the spirit. She was telling me, what's the name? What is on that Innocent was doing? I've forgotten the name. Where's my wife? Do you remember? She may not even remember. This one, that the online thing. How do they call it? Forex. I told the woman. She said she went. A woman who cannot. He went and borrowed 1.5 million to put in Forex. He was now asking me after he has borrowed and put the money. What do you want me to say? I should tell her stop. Not me. Me. If you say you want to die, I will say die. If you say you want to jump from the roof, I will say jump. Apostle, I'm standing on the 120 point in the building. Yes. Where are you? I'm in Dubai. Where are you? I'm in the tallest building in Dubai. It's okay, fine. So I just called you to ask you, is it all right for me to jump? I'll say yes. Very all right. Because you know the truth. You are trying to look for a reason to blame me for your calamity. Do you think I'm stupid? So when she told me, I said, hey, put the money. She put the money. Look at what they did to her. At a go, they gave her 8 million. While she was rejoicing, they asked her, she invested again. As of the last time we communed, she was looking for money to pay the owner of the money. And finally, she left the crowd of the spirit. Are we the one that asked you to put the money in? Do I preach Forex? I preach Jesus and him crucified. That's my message. That's my message. I have been keeping quiet on all of you who are doing those nonsense. But the judgment day, in fact, this is the appointed time. This is the appointed time. Because it will destroy us if we don't destroy it. So Adelaja's ministry, as we speak now, when he go into online, he's trying to open some bad things happening in the church. He's speaking the truth now, trying to ionize something. Some things are extreme. Some things are true, some are extreme. And the reason why you see people like Waloke, Adeboye, all of them are angry with him, because they were all palling together. They were flying the same aircraft. I knew those periods. I knew when all of them were inviting me in their churches to teach them some of these things. They were all friends. Until when that thing hit his church, that his members, the church almost closed down because of all those kind of multi-level money. Many pastors are in Forex. Many pastors are involved in all these things. Are they men of God? We know who is a man of God in the Bible. Why would the Spirit of God allow a servant of God to be involved in something that is taking people's lives? It's not Holy Spirit. You should be wiser than that now. It's not Holy Spirit. If the true Jesus enter you and you become a pastor, you will not do Forex. Nobody needs to tell you anything. That was how the church almost collapsed. And he was harassed by the Ukraine government. Just that God helped him, he has a lot of connection in government. A lot of things happen. Right now, Adelaja, his glory is not as it was before he did all those stuff. I learned the other details I'm not sharing. I learned a deep story, a deep lesson from what happened to him. He was having the largest church in Ukraine. Today, you don't hear such stories again. Now, listen carefully. That was how when we came to Kenya, we were not even up to 20. The wife of a top politician in South Sudan came to me to bring multi-level into me. I told her I'm not interested. She left. Why would the Spirit of God allow a servant of God to be involved in something that is taking people's lives? It's not Holy Spirit. You should be wiser than that now. It's not Holy Spirit. If the true Jesus enter you and you become a pastor, you will not do Forex. Nobody need to tell you anything. That was how the church almost collapsed. And he was harassed by the Ukraine government. Just like God help him, he has a lot of connection in government. A lot of things happen. Right now, at Delaja, his glory is not as it was before he did all those stuff. I learned the other details I'm not sharing. I learned a deep story, a deep lesson from what happened to him. He was having the largest church in Ukraine. Today, you don't hear such stories again. Now, listen carefully. That was how when we came to Kenya, we were not even up to 20. The wife of a top politician in South Sudan came to me to bring multi-level into me. I told her I'm not interested. She left. Everybody who have brought it to me, I have told them I'm not interested, and they leave the church. Since they leave the church, have I died? Has Christ's Spirit closed down? We'll keep going from glory to glory. They always meet me. I remember, do you know their strategy? Put the pastor under, then the pastor be under you, the pastor's wife under the pastor, then the church members. So before you know, now that we are about 3,000, about 2,000 people will be down lines. Of who? Of one person that we are not sure whether he's going to make heaven or not. So when you join church, instead of me to put you under Jesus, I make you a down line of an antichrist entity because of money. I better be poor. I better drink water without food than be a slave of somebody out there that I don't know. That's how the whole of Africans are slaving for those guys in Asia. They are slaving for them. Pastors in Nigeria, I remember one pastor invited me to come and talk about multi-level in the church. And the Lord, in fact, I have stood on the altar and the Lord said to me, on the stage, and the Lord said to me, is that what I called you to do? I was still singing. So I called you to come and talk about this sister company. I said, no, Lord. He said, I called you to preach. The pastor didn't know what was happening. That day he was disappointed because I couldn't preach. I couldn't preach what he asked me to preach because the idea was, we even brought the forms and the cards, so that when I finish preaching, we enroll them. Because me, I can talk you into heaven. Now, if I can talk you into heaven, I can also talk into hell. It depends on the frequency. So, and they saw that, but thank God, I came with the form in my bag. Thank God that I did not enlist anybody that day. Because if I have done it even today, I will need to go and restitute. Thank God that my mom refused to enter when I persuaded her. All my sisters, they refused. Look at what they were saying. When I finished talking, they say, okay, I will pass. They'll begin to say, our brother, what has happened to him? What has happened to him? My mother, I told them my mother will be crying. What has happened to my son? God called him into ministry. What is he doing now? And they'll be praying for me. Thank God they prayed. Why me? I will live with anger. Why didn't they even enroll? In fact, I remember telling them that I will be the one that will pay for you. You see, we've been there. And I've said these things over and over in this house. Is there no month? Is there no year that I don't mention that, please, it's easier to open a small shop out there that you are in control than to put money in a thing that softwares are in control. Softwares can be manipulated by anybody on the face of the earth. You put your money in something that softwares are in control, and you say you are looking for the prosperity of the righteous. It doesn't come that way. You better become a software developer instead. Are you understanding me? Develop softwares and sell them and make your money than for you to put your money in what software. So when the thing is going on, it's coming down.